Hey everyone, it's Donnie Zappia with the Zappia Real Estate Team with Kim Van Tyne. So, hey, we're going to be talking a little bit about interest rates and the true affordability of buying a home today. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back at you. Oh, you have to be what?
Nothing.
Yeah, caught you. So, hey guys, Donnie Zappia and again, Kim Van Tyne here with the Zappia Real Estate Team. And we're talking a little bit about interest rates, affordability, people waiting to buy homes, waiting for the interest rates to go back down to 3.2%, 3.5%. And I know we talked about this, and not to beat a dead horse, but it's such a conversation on today's market with new buyers.
Oh, absolutely.
Not even new buyers. It's actually affecting the sellers too, because they're worried about putting their house up for sale. But man, I'll tell you what, based on what I'm seeing, based on what I'm reading, okay, and studying, is no better time to buy, and we're going to explain that, and no better time to sell, and we'll explain that too. So I mean, Kim, based on you're working with tons of clients every single day, going in and out of houses, listing homes. What is it that you're seeing and hearing from your clients?
I mean, I've been working with some of my clients that I have right now, and it's definitely been tough for them. When originally, we might have started last year at a 4.5% or 3% rate, and now we're looking at 5.5% and above. So, the houses that they're looking at have, unfortunately, their buying power isn't as much as they had last year.
You know why? You make a good point. Last year, looking at clients, you're looking at homes, $500,000. Let's use $500,000, $500,000, because the affordability of the interest rate puts you in that category of the house. As interest rates started to increase, and people were so used to looking at that $500,000 home, now the interest rate sort of changed a little bit. All of a sudden, now they're looking at a $400,000, $375,000 home, or even take the segment down. You were looking at $250,000 home, and now you're looking at $150,000 home, and there's such a big difference in that gap throughout the homes. So I mean,
the affordability of a home changed in the last year.
Is it really that big of a difference, or is it shock?
Well, I think the media is definitely making it a shock for people. And when they see the interest rates versus last year, it's definitely hurting the pocket.
Sure. I mean, it wasn't just interest rates, in my opinion. I don't think it was just interest rates. I believe it was a combination of a lot of things. Interest rates, number one. The increase in homes, because homes have increased in value over the last 5 years at record rate. Okay, we've never seen appreciation on property as we've seen over the last 5 years. And then you add inflation on top of that, which made everything seem basically took the interest rate problem, I guess you want to say, and actually magnified it.
Made it worse.
Because basically your disposable income went down because of inflation, right? The housing market, the 300 to 400 to 500, whatever price range you were looking at home, actually jumped by 4 or 5%. So the $300,000 home you were looking at last year is now 3-4% more. So you're looking at $315,000, $320,000. The house at $500,000 home, you're looking at $525,000, $530,000, only because of appreciation. Okay, and then add that to inflation, and then add the increase of interest rates, which basically, if you look at toward the end of last year to now, you're probably looking at 2 points on interest rate. Okay. And from what we're studying today, what we really believe that the interest rates, and they're starting to creep down a little bit, not creep up, probably going to bottom out 5.5% is what we're seeing. So not a bad rate. Again, you heard me 100,000 times. I bought my house was 18.9. We thought we got a deal when we refinanced at 8%. Okay, so you're looking at 5.5, 6%. You still don't have a bad rate. So affordability, and that's sort of where we're leading into, is really, can you really afford that house you were looking at last year that you couldn't buy because of what reason, Kim?
Inflation?
No.
Or interest rates?
No.
What are you talking about?
Inventory.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So we are still in an inventory problem, which is causing
Absolutely. Multiple offers,
which is also causing appreciation on homes.
Yes.
Okay. So, if you are thinking about selling, okay, if you're entertaining that at all and you're waiting for something to happen in the market, don't wait. It's going to cost you money.
Mhm.
Okay. Sell that house today, because right now your house going on the market is one of few.
Oh,
You know,
gosh, there's
Well,
nothing.
I believe the statistic, Kim, what was it we read the other day, that there's 4 or 5 years ago, there was 4 million homes on the
Yep,
market.
on the market.
Okay. And today, right? You ready for this?
900 and like 900,000.
900,000 homes. Crazy thing about that statistic, $900,000 on homes. As we speak today, 40%. 40% of those homes are under contract because there's a lack of homes. So people are scurrying to buy the homes that are on the market. So if you're going to sell your home, sell your house. If you're going to buy a house, you're probably going, yep, don't buy the house. No, buy the house.
Mm-hmm.
Interest rates are not an enemy to buying your house.
No.
It's probably this much of the whole entire equation. It's a sticker shock compounded with inflation is what the problem is.
Yeah.
It's not the interest rate. Interest rates are pretty damn good, and affordability is right there. And what I want to explain that to you is that everything being equal, okay, everything moving forward, are we going to make more money in our jobs tomorrow than we are today? We hope so, right?
Typically.
Just the typical 3.5% raise every year, cost of living, maybe a bonus, whatever it is. And the economy is actually doing very well. I mean, I got 2 kids in the food industry, and they're doing very well. People are buying food, restaurants are doing well. So the whole thing is starting to churn a little bit and getting a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But let's go back to affordability. And what I'd like to do is bring a slide up here. And just give me a second. I just got to find it. Windows.
Yeah,
there it is. Okay. So hopefully this comes up. There it is. Okay. The affordability slide. And I'm hoping that you could see it. It looks a little blurry. Let me see if I can do something here. A little bit blurry. Guys, I'm doing a copy off of a copy, and I apologize, but if you follow right through me, I'm going to look over here because I can see this one. I can't see that one. Sorry. That's my challenge of being with technology. So 2001, okay, 2 years ago. You were looking at a house
21, you mean?
21. Yeah, 21. There's a long time.
I know. I was like, where are we going?
Right, 21. So looking at a house for $400,000, interest rates are 3.75%. Your mortgage payment was $1,850 a month. Okay. According to ADP, okay, which is a payroll system. Okay. Basically, they said that the typical household is about $9,000 a month. Okay, so a typical household made pretty close to $110,000 per month.
Sure.
Okay. So the 1850 sounded very affordable for a $400,000 home. In today's market, as we take a look, and remember we talked about inflation. Mm-hmm. Okay, and inflation, basically the increase of prices, basically inflation at a 6% increase, because basically we've seen inflation rates appreciation rates. As high as 17% in 1 year,
Yeah.
So pretty crazy.
Yeah, for the last 3 years, it's been in the teens.
Yep. And Buffalo, New York Western New York has never really experienced that.
No.
I always say Buffalo always stood in the bars.
Yep.
And we just, and the rest
slow and steady.
Yep. And the rest of the country was going crazy, right? Well, Buffalo finally, in Western New York, finally got crazy.
I know we did it.
So at a 6% appreciation rate, that house today is $424,000. So waiting 2 years cost you $24,000 on that home. At today's interest rate, well, not today's interest rate, but when the slide was made, 6.75%, your mortgage payment was $2,750. If you look at the difference, there's a $900 a month difference in affordability, right? So it sort of takes you out of the realm. But let's dig a little deeper into this number, okay? So if ADP, again, using them as the payroll people, ADP says that the average income across the country, and this is across the country, guys, right? These are the numbers that I got, is 7.2% increase.
Wow.
Okay. So every year And you got to remember that's dual incomes.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
so you increase 7.2%. So your new monthly income was $9,648, which still puts, with the increase in payroll, still puts that house $648 out of reach. a
Yeah.
month. So we dug in a little deeper here. And basically, inflation, basically food, gas, and other stuff actually costs you an extra $250 a month, reducing your disposable income. Okay, so that puts the total increase of $1,150 a month more to buy that house. Okay, so basically, plus you got $648 increase in payroll. So today that house would cost you $502.
Right.
Still, you know what? The 3.2%, what we found is when people are looking at that house for $500,000, the interest rates were 3.5%. They were buying that house because it was affordable, but it still trapped the people.
Yeah, it was their top of the budget.
Top of the budget,
You know?
but it was such a great deal. You're never going to be
Right.
able to afford to buy that $500,000 home as it was. Okay, but the interest rates allowed you. But we're not too much different than today.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper. So basically, what they're saying is, so 2021, 2022, 2023. So you're going to receive, let's just say, ADP says you're going to receive another 5% of increase in payroll today. Okay, so that actually puts you at $10,130 a month. Okay, which actually adds another $473 disposable
in your
income,
pocket. Yep.
right? So bottom line, remember what I said, the total cost of inflation and that house was $1,150 more per month than it did in 2021.
Right.
Right. Now you have more income,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your income now is $10,130, which actually leaves you $473 more to deal with that payment.
Right.
Okay. I mean, these numbers, I hope you don't get lost in these numbers. All right. So $1,150, basically that house today, if you go right down to the bottom of the chart, that house today is actually costing you $20 more a month with everything being equal.
Yeah.
Your income going up, the housing market going up, interest rates falling a little bit. And what's crazy, they're expecting inflation to start to fall, which actually gives you more disposable income.
Mm-hmm.
Makes things more affordable. What makes things even more affordable in today's market is that when you sit down with us, we'll sit down with a mortgage broker and we'll figure out these ways to figure out how to get that interest rates even lower. There is ways.
There are ways. Yeah. I mean,
real creative ways. Just because media is saying interest rates are 5.5 or 6.2 or 7.2 doesn't mean you have to live with that interest rate. There's other ways to make it disappear.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we did a couple of creative financing deals
The new clients, we just finished up with that.
Yep. So you're looking at, reducing that by 2 percentage points, which means a lot, especially when you're using a chart like
Over
this.
the lifetime of a loan, absolutely.
And then down the road, if interest rates fall, you just remortgage it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're familiar with that term. I mean, over the last 10 years, people will remortgage every time the interest rate fell 1.5%. Because basically it says you should do that.
Mm-hmm.
So affordability of a home today is no different than
We're
it was.
not looking at much of a difference. Nope.
But interest rates today are going to pretty much stay stable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're pretty much going to stay where they are. I don't think they're ever going to hit the 18.9.
No.
I don't think they're ever going to hit the 3.0.
No.
So we're right where we are. Here's the thing that's going to change, though. The price of a house today is going to cost you more money tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Selling your house, you're never going to be able to sell your house for more money because of the inventory. Mm-hmm. Inventory is on the rise.
Yeah.
Okay. Inventory is on the rise.
Multiple offers will be lessened.
Which,
good for buyers, not great for sellers. But right now, take the opportunity if you are a seller.
And sell your home. You're going to get top dollar for it. Down the road, 5 years from now, you're going to get more money of them. That's basically appreciation.
Right.
But right now, today, you will sell your house. Average days on the market has increased over last year.
2 weeks now, nationwide.
Yep. So nationwide, and multiple offers or percentage over asking has actually dropped down to about 99% nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
Parts of Buffalo, New York, I tell you, we're still
We're
about
still at
103
It's been what did I read yesterday? Up to 28%
over asking.
asking. So
we're
more
still
cash buyers are entering the market. So, just there are things that we can do to help you make sure you get a home.
Bottom line, guys, it's not doom and gloom out there. The housing market is very, very strong, no matter what channel 2, 7, 29, whatever said. The housing market is very, very strong. I'll stand on that. Okay. It's the best time to sell, best time to buy. Interest rates are your friend. They're not your enemy. Stop looking at it that way, because your investment, bottom line, owning a home is probably the biggest investment and wealth.
Owning real estate, absolutely,
is what you have. So with that, guys, look, if you have any questions, get a hold of me, get a hold of Kim. Love to sit down, have a discussion about this, explain this more in detail. I know it was really brief and a lot of numbers being thrown at you, but guys, buy the house, sell the house, give us a call. We're here for you.
Sounds good. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Talk to you soon.